Hi, this is the week 4 and we are going today to learn style positioning and also mobile responsive web development. So let's go further. Okay, these things we have learned it before. Position, moving things with position. Okay, so this is the position. Let's okay, HTML and CSS. So I write here, for example, some element div. Oh. For the purpose of experiment, I make it 2 divs, like world. One of them will be ID 1, and second is ID 2. Okay, not one, but A, B, for example. And now, what I want to do, okay, run hello world. So also let's make it borders, so we'll differentiate it from there are others. Border 1 pixel is solid red, and let's say they have width 200 pixels, and we put auto run. Hello world. So this is like with simple HTML, like how it works. You place let me take this one. Okay, I put it here. So this is the very simple HTML. We have 2 divs. First div goes from the top and second div goes to down, and they are block elements. So first div element is on the first line and second on the second, so they go by some flow. And okay, let's see what does it say. Define precisely where an element should be in the page. Okay, nothing strange. You can use position layout doing the following: static, fixed, absolute, relative. Define offsets. Offsets is the some like distance from some place. Define the index for overlapping layers. We also will see this. The meaning of these offset values depend on the reference point set by position. Static, no reference point, static block can't move. Will we see the examples? Okay. So we know to this moment we know that there are some different position styles, and we can use some left top right bottom things, and the very default value for position is static. So if I write something like this, position static, and for example write left 20 pixels, there will be no change. So it will be same as before, because in position static it doesn't look to left, top, right, bottom attribute. And second thing is position fixed. Position fixed, it says for fixed position the offset is the distance positioned relative to the viewport. The element doesn't move when scrolled. Element is removed from normal document flow. Let's change this one for position not static but position fixed. Okay, so what we see that hello is let's make it more clear. For example, I write top 50 pixels. So this hello stays here. This is 20 pixels, like from left, and this is from 50 pixels. It's from top. Now what we want, I wanted this to be, so that what does mean? So it stays in the same place, but there is some point. It stays on the same place even when you scroll the page. It stays on the same place on viewport. So if I make here some like big amount of text, let me choose it. Okay, so now you see the document actually is very big, so we have scroll here. And we have this hello, let me write here also background color, and let's say green. Okay, so now this is green. And now you see this one, it stays on this place, and if you scroll the page, it stays on the same place. Where we can use it? We can use it on advertisements and etc. We can use it, it can be used also for some notifications, like there is some message, please subscribe or something like this, which will be always like stay on same place even if you scroll or do something. Or you can use it for menus, which menus will stay on same place. And the very important thing here, element is removed from normal document flow. What does it mean here? It means that actually there is some normal document flow. Like we see that before we had hello world. In position static, hello was always before world. And this was normal document flow. But when you put to some element like to hello, you put position fixed or anything position fixed, position absolute, it will be taken from these flows. You can consider this as there is no, it is not in normal flow. Normal flow means that when the items go from top to down, and this is called normal flow. But when you put position fixed or position absolute, it is taken from normal flow, and it doesn't now give other elements any. It doesn't depend on other elements, and other elements it doesn't depend on that element. So it's like on the air, like the normal flow elements, they are on the ground, but this is on the air. It's not dependent on others. So this is the important things for fixed positioning. The offset is the distance positioned relative to the viewport. So the main point is here viewport. It's relative to the viewport. Viewport is the screen. So screen is fixed, position fixed is relative to the viewport. So something like this, it stays on the top. And now position absolute. Position absolute. It's also element is removed from normal document flow, positioned on its own layer. So it's like it's like positioned from own layer. Absolute positioning, if I change this one for position absolute with the same example, what will be the difference? So it's actually compiled here, and we see the result. It looks like same as position fixed, but the main difference is that in this case it will be relative not to viewport, not to screen which we see, but to page. So it is these offsets, like the distance from the top and left, it stays on the same place. And for example, let me write here not top but bottom. So in this case it will be okay. So so in this case body is the size of this one, so this is in the bottom, we can actually change it. I will explain it later why it's not here but here, because body thinks that it has size of this one, but if you have some element containing all other elements and you write position absolute, it will be like in the bottom. Sorry, so I will explain it later. Now, so the difference between position absolute and position fixed is that position fixed is relative to the viewport, but in the position absolute is the distance from the containing element, which is the viewport by default. So by default it's viewport, but you can change the offset distance. I will show it later. Okay. And now position relative. Let me remove this one. Oh, let's do not remove this one. Let's just say position relative, and I will remove this one, for example. So position relative, left 20 pixels, background color green. What does it mean? It means that it is almost same as position static. If I write here left 0 pixel, it will be same as static. But what is the difference? Difference is that when in position static you cannot use this one, left, right. You can use this, but it will not take an effect. In this case, it means that position relative, it's like it stays on the same place, but you can move it from its place. So actually its place is like reserved, for example, like this, 20 pixels. Okay. So actually it has place its reserved. For example, let me take, I will put here some div, beginning. So actually you see that there is the beginning, and after that, in normal case, if I write here static, it should place here between them. But when I write relative, it stays on the same place, but it is moved to bottom. And now we have this one, it goes down, and but its place is reserved. And when you write top 10 pixels, it means that it should be moved from top 10 pixels. If you write, for example, bottom, so it will go up. It means that from bottom to 10 pixels. It should offset from bottom to 10 pixels. So this is relative. Relative, let's read it. The element is placed where it would normally be placed in the layout of page, but shifted by top. So it is shifted. It is in same place, but it's shifted. Where you can use this? You can use this, for example, in like there can be some examples. And one more example. So let me save this one. So let me write some example. We have div. So we will have cards, for example, like in web pages. Let me show, like for example, Kaspi KZ. Okay, magazine. What does it look like? For example, Kaskele. So we choose any category. Okay. So you see that these elements, like this is card, this is one object, and we have this one, this information. This is like information about some extra features and etc. So there are, so this we are doing some, this is these cards, and let's write. So each card will contain image. And also will contain some price. Price will have what we have, for example. For example, each one will have if it is available or not. So there will be some like section data tax section. Like it will say available or not, and I take this one and we copy all of these elements. For example, there will be 4 elements. I copy it. So now we have 4 cards. Let's make this container as display flex, and let's say all cards will be width 300 pixels, border 1 pixel solid blue. Okay, and okay, image. Let's take center. For example, this one. And right here width is the 290 pixels. Okay, and also we see that they go like this one and tag. Okay, this is kind of very big. Let's make it 90 pixels. 90 and 90. Так, and let's write it. Let's write flex wrap and okay, let's make it much more space, margin flex what was it, flex flow, flex piece, flex align items, justify content space between, space around. Okay, so this is our items, 4 items. There is 30,000, for example, and available. It looks like this, but for example, I want to be here, this available book text to be put here. So what does it mean? So I want to put this available to the top. What can I do? I can do something like this. Section, position, absolute. Now it taken from, for example, I want to write top 10 pixels and right, not right, but left. Okay, so if I write like this, it will be put here. It will be top and left on this side. But I want them, this section, position absolute, not by the viewport, but by this card. So this card will be related to this thing. So what can I do? I can do it like this. If I change this one, position relative. So now you see that this text is we put it at position absolute and put these coordinates, and now it is these coordinates, these offsets are started from the card or from the card, and it is put according to the card. So this is how you do it, and this is, for example, how to do this one. If I open this one, you will see. Okay, what does it say? It says image source div class bonus. So I think this one, item card sticker. So this is for stickers. This is item card, and this is item. Давайте так. This is item card. The different stickers like bonuses and etc. This is placed here, and this is card itself. So here you see this one, position absolute, top 10 pixels, left 10 pixels, the index 1, and the index 1 I will explain. Oh, sorry. So again, this one is the item card is special place where the located, so it has position absolute, top 10 and left 10 pixels. And after that you have this one, this is card, and it is said that, let's see, position relative. So if you put this item as position relative, this card, and this one as position absolute, so now it will work, it will be offsetted from the card, not from the window or from the body. So for this purpose we need position absolute. Position absolute and relative. So it says relative about positioning. Let's revisit the definition of absolute positioning. Absolute, a fixed position within its containing element. The containing element is the viewport by default. You can change the containing element by setting position relative on some parent of your absolute position element. So absolute is a fixed position within its containing element. So there is some specific containing element, and you want to position it, and it is put according to it. But if you want to change this containing element, you can change it by using the position relative. You set the to specific element position relative CSS style, and now it becomes the position containing element to its childs, to items that are below used. Relative absolute positioning. Okay, so this is which I explained. Also, last time on lecture I showed you this one, so you can use calc. Calc means that it calculates. Also, some of you found this one, position sticky. Uh, Actually, position sticky is like it's not from when these lectures were created. This one, there was no position sticky, but now we have position sticky. So okay, you see that one. Static, relative, absolute, and sticky, and also fixed. You can read this one. The element is positioned according to the normal flow of the document and then offset relative to the nearest scroll ancestor and containing block. Stacking context. So it's almost same as position fixed, but it is it can be sticked to the element containing block. So it's like we have absolute and fixed. In absolute, it is so it's like it is relative to its containing element, not viewport, but it doesn't stay the same on the screen. It doesn't go with scroll, but sticky is always going with the scroll. So some of you use it with instead of sticky footer, which was I showed you in I waited from you when you were completing your task, third one and complex one. So okay, I accepted it, but I didn't know about the existence of this position sticky. Okay, we can pass, keep it. Background position also we don't need it now. Web fonts, so